Hello, and welcome to Preparing to Survive and Thrive Homesteading channel with Charlie B. So what are we working on today? Well, we are working on okra. Ta-da! So I did a little short telling you to look for my upcoming videos. I found something that was very interesting. When I know it's going to rain and I go outside and I see I have probably about a 6-inch okra or a 4-inch okra or any type of okra, that's getting to be the size that needs to be picked. That if we get a really good rainstorm that evening or during the day, that the okra grows really fast and it's still soft and pliable. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to cut these up and I'm going to freeze them. So stay tuned. I'll be back with you in a minute. I'm going to move the camera so you can see exactly what I'm doing. With the okra, I'm going to just slice it up in probably about, I don't know, 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch, something like that, chunks. It just depends on how thick the stalk is. Now, most people would think that this would be too hard to cut up, but let's see how it does. Knife is going through amazingly. Now, it's really interesting because when I first started picking the okra this year, I could only pick something that was about 3 inches and then it would be too hard to eat. So when I get these, I also make sure that they're dry because I want to put them directly in the freezer bag. So they would be too hard to eat. They just taste it like you're chewing on a fried piece of twig. I'm in Pennsylvania. I know there's a lot of people that already have okra, like down in Arizona and Arkansas and Mississippi. So I've been listening to their videos and I am surprised that mine's doing so well up here versus those places. So far, so good. I haven't hit any that's a hard pod. Yeah, these ends, I kind of leave them a little bit bigger. And then I go down to maybe 1/2 inch. Now, if we do get a stalk, you'll be able to hear it. It will literally sound like wood is cracking. Let's try this one. This one's pretty big. And I guess I just don't pick the ones that I feel that do not feel pliable anymore, because I want them to keep getting bigger and the seeds to get bigger so I can have a lot of okra seeds next year. I found out if I fry it, my husband will eat it. My daughter refuses. But that's all right. More for me, more for my hubby. But she did say if the shizzy hit the fizzy, that she would probably break down and eat it. So when I pick the okra, I literally give it a little push like this. Let's see. And I can literally move the okra so I know it should still be good. When you pick your okra, if it is not pliable and it doesn't have a little bit of give into it, it's going to probably be too tough for you to cut up and eat. But these are, I mean, here's my fingers, there's to there, or a better length maybe from elbow to there. It's got to be a good 10 to 12 inches. I'm amazed. Okay, well this one might be too hard. Let me put these in a bowl. And then I'm going to try that one. So my observations of when it rains, I actually did that 2 different times. And it has worked both times. I don't know if it's a fluke both times, but if it is, then hey, why not? I'll take it. I'll take the fluke and go for it. And of course the heads, I'm going to, these pieces that I'm cutting off, the tops, they'll be getting fed to my worms. Okay, let's see if this is any good. Okay. Can you hear that? You can barely cut through it. So this is a good seed pod. So that one didn't work out so well. Let's do one more crunch. You know that's going to be way too hard to eat, and I can barely get the knife through it. That one? Yeah. I'm glad the camera's not on my face. I'm making crazy faces. So these are actually going to be put over here so I can save them for the seeds. Okay, well, I'm going to finish working all these up. I showed you the different types and what I wanted to show you. I am going to keep cutting these guys up, dry them off first, and I will be back shortly. So the okra is all chopped up, and now I'm just going to put these in a Ziploc baggie, freezer baggie. Now you'll definitely want to wipe off the water because you don't want them to stick when they're in the freezer. Just zip this up. Make sure all the air is out of them. And these will go in the freezer. And as I get more, I'll add to the bag so it's completely full. I don't want it to stick together. So here we go. Remember, if you like my content, like, share, and subscribe. Charlie B signing out.